Right. Hey guys, it's Cardo. Now, it's been about almost a full year since I've assembled this DIY pressure washer cart. I've changed a couple parts, swapped out the gun, and done a couple other changes. And so I'm going to follow up with you guys my full year of using this thing, the benefits and the flaws. So let's get started. Overworked, neglected, and with plenty of battle scars, this cart has done me wonders during my details both at home and mobile. If you want to see this cart in action, basically look at every video I have uploaded to this date and you will see how I work around with this assembly. Not everyone will agree with the setup I have, so substitute your parts according to your needs. I tried naming all of the items as shown for your curiosity, but if I miss one, hit me up in the comment section below and I will respond in a timely manner. Take some notes and prep that Amazon cart for your shopping needs. Other than that, enjoy the video. Alrighty, the pressure washer car. New changes have been done to it. What have I done? Well, before that, just to give a quick rundown, in case you haven't seen the original video of the pressure washer cart, I'll just give a quick rundown as to what was on that cart originally. It was a Greenworks pressure washer at 1500 psi at 1.2 GPM, and it had a 3/8 male to 3/8 male quick connect jumper hose, and it had this generic brandless knockoff pressure washer gun that's like a mid stubby with a short lance. And I had this quick connect nozzle attachment where it lets me rotate between different nozzles, but it's pretty worn down, and I decided to swap it out. It still works, but I decided to swap it out to something else. I'll give a quick rundown on everything that's on this cart. So the cart itself is from Vivo Home, and I got it literally from Amazon. This is a welding cart, not a pressure washer cart. Now, I did look up carts on Amazon, but they're those wagon farm type of carts, and I wanted something just a little bit more presentable, so I looked up a welding cart. And because welding carts usually have a capacity between like 200 to 400 pounds, I thought, well, a pressure washer, well, this pressure washer is kind of heavy, and then the hose reel with the hose with water inside it gets pretty heavy, so I need something that's reliably sturdy. And yeah, I picked up this cart just because it's a lot easier for me. It has a handle that's up to the waist, and I can put my pressure washer below and my hose reel on top. Off with the pressure washer cart. Now, what pressure washer do I have? Some of you might even recognize this. A Kranza 1322 TS machine at a max PSI of 1500 PSI at 2.1 GPM flow rate. I do have this machine dialed down to 1300 PSI. I think it's just the sweet spot. It's much personal preference. Usually the cars that I work on don't really need that sort of setting because I use mostly chemical cleaning than friction from the water. So with that said, what fittings do I have on the machine? For water to go in, I just literally use my garden hose, and instead of just screwing it on and off each time, I use a garden hose quick connect. This one's a stainless one. I got it from Amazon, but you can easily find these connections on Amazon, eBay, Lowe's, Home Depot. They have these quick connects. I think it's 3/4 inch. Yeah, 3/4 inch quick connect, or shorter garden hose quick connects. So now that I have water going in, what's this fitting right here? The Krenzel machine has an M22. I wonder if I could pull this off. Oh yeah, I could pull this off. The Krenzel machine has an M22 male connection right here. So I used an M22 female to a 3/8 male quick connect. And that's where I use this for my jumper hose to go to the hose reel. And for this connection right here for my jumper cable, 3/8 male to female quick connect to a female to female 3/8 90-degree elbow to a 3/8 male connection. And this is where this is the hose. It comes with a swivel. God, it makes my life so much easier. I don't have to worry about it kinking and all that stuff. And then from there we go. It goes all the way up here. I put it inside the pressure washer cart, and it comes out this direction. And this right here on the other end of the jumper hose cable, this is a 3/8 male to a 3/8 female quick connect. And then right here on my hose reel, this right here, this brass part, it comes with the reel itself. So you have to put in a 3/8 male connection right here, which is what I put right here. A 3/8 female quick connect to a 3/8 male connection. And that's what I use just to make my life easier in case I have to swap out the hose reel, the jumper cable in case of anything gets torn. It's easily repairable. I can do some quick maintenance on this thing. Alrighty, now that we finished talking about the pressure washer, the car, and the jumper cable, now we could talk about the hoses. So, for my hose reel of choice, I used the Cox reels with the model number, because there's no really name for this thing. The model number is 1123-100. I do have a 50-foot Cobra Jet hose on this reel right here. This thing has been such a night and day difference for me, because I've used to use like a cheap black generic hose, and those things kink up so badly. Like the minute you go around one vehicle and the slightest turn you do, it kinks up so much, and then it hits the tires, and when you want to unkink it, it can whap the car, which is a big no-no. So this Cobra Jet hose, this is such a high quality hose. It barely kinks at all. It feels nice. It goes around the vehicle without getting stuck too much. I mean, yeah, obviously it will get stuck on the tire, but it's not as bad as other cheaper hoses. And as for the pressure washer gun, I actually have a Mosmatic pressure washer gun. Now, I don't know the model number of this thing, but I did get it from the Obsessed Garage website, and that's also where I got my Cobra Jet hose. It came with like a package. And this one, I love it so much because it comes with a swivel. It makes my life so much easier that you don't have to worry. Like, even under pressure, when you turn on the machine, it pressurizes on the tip right here. So when you want to turn your gun, the hose will come with you, which will start the whole kinking thing if you have some cheap hoses. But with this, since it has a swivel on it, even when it's pressurized, this thing can still swivel, rotate around without you having to unkink the hose, which is such a night and day difference. I say for the money, it's worth it, and it's a time saver for you since you have less downtime trying to fix the hose kinking up on you. So for the nozzle type that goes onto my pressure washer gun, I did replace the other one that was over there, and I swapped it for another one that's similar in design, where you get to swap between, or get to rotate between, different nozzles. Now this one is not a rotate, but rather a push configuration. So you press it right here, and then you can start rotating between the different nozzles that you want. Now this one's a whole lot better in quality because this is like a rubber material and it's engraved onto it. So even if you did drop it a couple times, scraped it on the wall, because it's engraved and not painted over, that you can still read the lettering and you can still use it as it is. And last but not least, I do have this pressure washer gun lance from Mosmatic, also that I got from the Obsessed Garage website. This one's nice because it's not a perfectly straight pressure washer lance. It actually curves just a little bit, so that way when you are rinsing the top parts of your vehicle, you don't have to raise the gun so high, because this part is curved and will lead more inside on the inner areas of the vehicle. So yeah, this is a really nice feature to have. Now, I've been praising this car quite a lot, but I will have to mention a couple flaws to the design that I have here. Now, the pressure washer that I have, it's actually a great pressure washer. This is such a high quality pressure washer, German engineered. It's all like just a tank. It can last a very long time, outperform almost every electric pressure washer out there. It has a high GPM. However, this does have a really high requirement for wattages. If you have a generator, if you're a mobile detailer, make sure to check your generator limits. And if you don't have the right generator, you're probably gonna trip it, and it's gonna be a very bad day for you. And if you are working in your garage, make sure that you have a 20 amp circuit, because I have a 15 amp circuit, but it kept on tripping quite a lot. I had it at 1500 psi, so I tried turning it down to 1300 psi. It just barely scraped it, but until I used the foam cannon, that's when it started tripping a lot. So get yourself a 20 amp circuit, and if it's still tripping on you, make sure to dial down the pressure to, I don't know, 1300, 1100. do it according to your needs. Another flaw. Now you're probably wondering, why do I have a towel right there? Well, when I use my cart and I have this hose extended all the way onto the ground, the floor is dirty, I worked on the tires, I did an engine detail, the floor is wet, full of snow foam. Well, this hose will be rubbed up all over the floor, and I don't want that stuff getting junked up into the rail. So what I do is, once this hose is extended, I get a towel, a generic towel. It doesn't have, you don't have to be meticulous about this. I wrap the hose with a towel, and then I start reeling it in. So that way I'm wiping as I go. So that way none of that junk on the floor gets clogged up in here. I want this to be clean. So yeah, just keep a towel just to keep your pressure washer hose and hose reel safe and clean. Another flaw. Because this cart was designed for welding and not for pressure washers, this doesn't have any holes on the bottom, so that way the water leaks out. So what I did is I drilled some holes so that way the water leaks out from here. The only downside is that this metal, I don't know what type of metal this is, but it rusted like crazy. I noticed this right away on like day 3 or something, and this thing rusted like so badly, like it's orange reddish color. And another thing, if you're using tap water, you can see right there how it's going to stain pretty badly, and it looks bad because this is color black. So that's just another thing to keep in mind if you're going to be using this cart. I know it sounds like this whole cart is bad. It's not a bad cart. It's just some flaws you need to keep in mind if you want to go with this setup. Now, I'm not overly meticulous on how this cart is. This cart is going to get dirty, it's going to get wet, it's going to get beat up because it's just a workstation. I can swap the pressure washer whenever I want to. I can swap the hose and the hose reel whenever I want. The cart is just designed to hold all of that stuff because I don't want to be carrying each one by one. I need something to push it around, make it a lot easier for me to move around, store it away, and it comes with a nice handle so I can turn it around and all that stuff. If you want a pressure washer cart and you're not meticulous about how it's going to look, the quality of the metal, this is a pretty good, valuable, that's my key word, valuable cart, because it has enough room for most pressure washers, and you can definitely put a hose rail on top, and it's sturdy enough to hold it in place and yeah, take quite a bit of a beating. So this is 1 year of neglect, bumping it on the floor, hitting it on the wall. It got wet, so much neglect, and it's still holding strong. So yeah, guys, if you are looking for a pressure washer cart, make sure to check this one out if you are not that meticulous on how it's going to look and all that stuff. So yeah, if you guys have any questions regarding this pressure washer cart or want to know any more advice, make sure to hit me down in the comment section below. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I am a little busy right now with personal things going on in life, so please be patient with me until the next video. So yeah, make sure to leave a like, subscribe down below if you want to see more future content like this down the road. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here, and stay safe. Thank you.